not only has one of the largest active duty armed forces brigades in the world, but it also has the best and brightest active duty armed forces brigade in the world. This is because the United States is home to the Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, Air Force, and Space Force. The United States is one of a select group of countries with fighting forces that are greater than 1 million, and these forces are now stationed in a variety of countries across the world. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 largest military bases in the world. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 10. Camp Hansen. Camp Hansen comes in last, but it's certainly not the last. Camp Hansen is another fort that is maintained by the Marine Corps and is one of several military posts that are located in the Japanese prefecture of Okinawa. It can be found on the most northern point of Okinawa. According to the Diplomat, more than 60% of the United States military bases that are located in Japan are in reality located on Okinawa Island, which has a total of 31 sites. Camp Hansen, like Camp Fuji, is a joint fort that military personnel from both the United States and Japan utilize throughout the year, largely for the purpose of conducting training. Camp Hansen was given its name in honor of Dale Hansen, who served in the United States Marine Corps during World War II and participated in the Battle of Okinawa. Number 9. Naval Station Guantanamo Bay. The United States Naval Station Guantanamo Bay may be found in Cuba, just off the most southeastern coast of the United States. Guantanamo Bay Naval Base, sometimes referred to as Gitmo, has been leased by the United States since 1903, making it one of the longest tenured American military installations. Since that time, it has been put to a number of different uses by the Navy, including detention centers, fleet training, migrant operations, humanitarian relief, and disaster support. According to what is said on Gitmo's official website, the facility remains the forward, ready, and irreplaceable U.S. sea power platform in the Caribbean and gives decision-makers an outlet for interagency activities when and if they are required. Number 8. Camp Fuji. Camp Fuji is one of the oldest military locations in the world and was once used as a training area for samurai fighters. This post is located around 2 hours outside of Tokyo on the island of Honshu. It derives its name from the fact that it is situated at the foot of Mount Fuji and is largely managed by the United States Marine Corps. On the other hand, it is also the location of the Japanese National Youth Center and is used by the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force. Over the course of its history, it has been subjected to a variety of refurbishments and modernizations, which have included the construction of supplementary barracks, maintenance facilities, a medical clinic, and a post office. Number 7. Thule Air Base. The United States' most northern military installation is the Thule, pronounced Thule, Air Base, which can be found in Greenland and is situated around 930 miles south of the North Pole. According to militarybases.com, there are 3,000 planes that depart from Thule Air Base annually, making it the top port in terms of worldwide positioning. Thule Air Base was opened for military usage during World War II, and it is currently under the care and maintenance of the United States Air Force, which is also home to the 721st Support Group, the 821st Air Base Group, and the 21st Space Wing. Even though there are people serving in the United States military who live here, their families are not encouraged to make this location their permanent home because of the severe weather. Number 6. Camp Humphreys. Camp Humphreys may be found near Pyeongtaek, which is approximately 73 kilometers, 44 miles south of Seoul, the capital city of South Korea. According to Time magazine, Camp Humphreys is the largest overseas military installation that the United States maintains outside of the 48 states that are immediately adjacent to it. The major expansion project that made this possible began more than 10 years ago, and it cost almost $11 billion. It is estimated that by the year 2022, it will serve as a home away from home for roughly 45,000 military members, in addition to the families of those service members and civilian contractors. Since the signing of the Mutual Defense Treaty in 1953, which marked the formal conclusion to the Korean War, the United States has maintained a presence in South Korea. This presence dates back to the beginning of the Korean War. Since the end of the Korean War, the United States and South Korea have maintained an excellent partnership that continues to this day. Number 5. Fort Moore. Due to its enormous size of more than 182,000 acres, Fort Moore is another installation that is spread throughout the territory of more than one state. The fort's territory stretches into Alabama despite the fact that its actual address is located in Georgia. It is an Army base and has been in service to this branch of the military ever since 1918, much like the other installations that were described. According to the estimations that can be found on the installation's website, approximately 107,600 people call Fort Moore their permanent or temporary place of residence. This includes 13,250 career retired service members, 14,100 off-post active duty service members, 3,250 civilian employees, and 27,436 active duty service members. Number 4. Lewis-McChord Joint Base. Joint Base is the location of both the I-Corps and the 62nd Airlift Wing. Fort Lewis and Fort McCord were combined to form Lewis-McChord in October 2010, making it one of the newest military stations in the United States. In spite of this, both Fort Lewis and McCord Air Force Base have been operational for a considerable amount of time, having been founded in 1917 and 1947, respectively. Because of the consolidation of these stations, the Department of Defense now refers to one of them as the premier military installation on the West Coast. This has made it possible for more people to dwell in this area. According to the base's website, there are more than 100,000 people who call Lewis-McChord home. This includes 40,000 active duty service members, 60,000 family members, 15,000 civilian and contract employees, and 5,000 retirees. Number 3. Fort Hood. Fort Hood was established in Killeen, Texas, exactly 1 year after Fort Campbell, and it is situated approximately 60 miles to the north of Austin. The size of Fort Hood, which is approximately 214,968 acres, makes it considerably larger than its neighbor Fort Bragg. That is equal to 840 square kilometers or 340 square miles. Its footprint is so large that it extends into both Bell County and Coryell County, both of which are located in Texas. Additionally, it is the only location in the United States that is able to station and train 2 complete armored divisions at the same time. There is a lack of consensus among the available data regarding where Fort Hood stands in comparison to other military bases across the world. According to the data provided by military installations, the overall population of this area includes a grand total of 36,329 service personnel who are actively serving in the military. Number 2. Fort Campbell. Fort Campbell is a military installation that may be found right on the state line that divides Kentucky and Tennessee. This facility dates back to 1941 when it was founded and was named for Army Brigade General William Bowen Campbell. It is also steeped in history and serves as the training ground for the Army's 101st Airborne Division. Its population has increased by leaps and bounds over the course of the past several years. According to the most recent statistics that can be found on the website Military Installations, Fort Campbell has a population of 26,587 troops who are actively serving in the military, while the total number of family members at the installation is over half as high, at 50,812. Number 1. Fort Bragg. Fort Bragg, which is located in North Carolina and just west of the city of Fayetteville, is not only the largest Army base in terms of overall population, but is also the largest military base overall when all 5 branches of the armed forces are included in the calculation. According to information found on the official website of Fort Bragg, which serves as the home base for the 82nd Airborne Division of the United States Army, the installation serves as a second home to a total of 57,000 military personnel, 11,000 civilian employees, and 23,000 members of military families. With a population of over 57,000 soldiers, Fort Bragg is home to approximately 10% of all Army personnel. It should come as no surprise that Fort Bragg is fondly referred to as the center of the military universe. Fort Bragg has the capacity to accommodate a total of 260,000 people at any given time, taking into consideration the number of people the fort is equipped to support. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.